the deputy president. It says so in the following words, which I need to read for clarity in terms of the deputy president. And those are found in Article 147, that he shall be the principal assistant, deputized for the president in the execution of the president functions, and also he may be assigned duties by the president. The kind of symbiotic relationship that should exist between the president and the deputy president is underlined in this constitution. Now, it is uncontestable, and I think this is the issue that I want to deal with in some detail. It is uncontestable from the record that you have, even from the deputy president, that the words he is accused to have uttered, where he alleges that Kenya is like a company existing of shareholders, that does not sit with the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Kenya is not a republic that is established on the basis of shareholding. It's a republic of citizens. So when a deputy president talks about taking the interest of Watu Murema, for whatever that would mean, it is not in compliance with his constitutional remit. And the words are there. What he has said in public on this issue is very clear. The second issue is on the question of collective responsibility. You would find out from this constitution that in nearly all the important constitutional bodies established under the constitution, the deputy president is a member of those particular institutions or organs, like the National Security Council. So one would wonder where even the issue of the Director of Intelligence would be discussed in a public forum by the deputy president when he is the second in command in the National Security Intelligence as established under the Constitution. So I would want, and I plead with the Senate, look at the utterances of the deputy president vis-a-vis his role under the Constitution. And he has even said that where he has said certain things that are deemed to be insightful, that is protected speech. It cannot be protected speech under our Constitution, because under Article 33 of the Constitution, because of what we have undergone as a nation, Article 33, sub-article 2, has a limitation that the expressions that extend to propaganda for war, incitement to violence, hate speech, advocacy of hatred, that cannot be protected speech. Now, the other very important point, which I want to put before the Senate, sometime in February 2017, the deputy president traveled to London. And he went to a hospital in London where his brother was admitted in ICU. When he arrived the next day, he prevailed upon his brother to execute a will. That was on the 17th of February, 2017. In that trip, there is no evidence at all that he tried to talk to doctors or physicians who are looking after his own brother. After this visit, he walked away. And 7 days later...
Mr. Speaker, I rise to raise an objection.
Can you proceed?
Mr. Speaker, we owe the Deputy President very elementary decency. We owe it to the Deputy President to be basically decent in these proceedings. I want to know whether counsel at the bar, one, can adduce this kind of evidence that is not contained in any evidentiary material before the Senate. I want to know which ground in the 11 grounds in the impeachment motion is this evidence from the bar supporting. I repeat, Mr. Speaker, we owe the Deputy President the most basic decency. I object.
Senior Counsel Orengo, those amendments, are they contained?
They are contained, they are all here. They are
And refer to the document.
Volume 4. I am not referring, because if I've got to refer to every document, it will take a lot of time, and I have only 30 minutes. If you look at volume 4 of this document on public participation, from page
Volume 4 of the National Assembly.
of the National Assembly,
Pages?
pages 114 to yes. And in fact, this page is also called Tend the Will, and the Deputy President is the one who is relying on this will. The death certificate is contained on page 119. And it shows the only person who attended the deceased, the brother of the Deputy President at that time, was his daughter, was the only person present. And then there's the will, and in the documents on page 128, and this is why I was raising this matter, on page 128, there's a letter by Mr. Madenge and Mr. Njoroge Rigeru, who together with Mr. Rigathi Gachagua were the joint will executors. And they're complaining about the conduct and action of the Deputy President as an executor of the will and a family member of the late Nderitu Gachagua. On page 129, paragraph 8, there, and it says, from bank statements to this, for this account seen by us, you transferred some funds from these accounts to other persons as follows. On the date when Nderitu Gachagua died on the 24th, the Deputy President was already withdrawing money. On the day he died, and that day when he died, he was there only with his daughter. And then they say on the 19th of May, 2017, again, another money was withdrawn and paid to Mrs. Wamunyuro Investment Limited. This story, you will find it in the documentation. And part of it is what Mr. Njomo was saying.
Counsel for Deputy President, just have